it does. It's only been her and I since Ty passed away, and I don't know if it's gonna open up some feelings.
Yeah, I get that.
Just wanna be careful.
Soft wind sweeps across the Heartland ranch. The sun falls behind the hills, painting the sky in orange and gold. A child's voice echoes faintly through the breeze. Sometimes the people we love the most leave us before we're ready to say goodbye. And when they do, the world doesn't stop. It just gets quieter, colder, emptier. A lonely swing moves back and forth in the yard. A small pair of boots stand in the dirt. The camera rises slowly. Lyndy stands still, her eyes filled with tears as she looks at the horizon. She used to laugh with him every morning. Now, she only talks to his memory. The title fades in slowly, with soft music building beneath it. The screen opens with the sound of horses galloping softly across the Heartland ranch. Morning fog hugs the ground, and the air feels heavy but calm. The camera glides over the barn, quiet, still, filled with unspoken memories. A gentle guitar plays in the background, a melody that sounds like both hope and sorrow. Amy stands near the fence, her hands resting on the wooden rail. Her eyes follow the horses, but her mind is somewhere else, somewhere far away, in another time, with another heartbeat beside her. Heartland used to be full of laughter and life, but time has a way of changing everything. It's been years since Ty's gone, and every sunrise reminds Amy how heavy silence can be inside the house. Lyndy sits at the kitchen table, a small photo in her hands, her father's smile frozen in time. The only sound is the ticking clock. Amy walks in quietly, not wanting to break the moment. "Breakfast's getting cold, sweetheart," she says softly. Lyndy doesn't answer. Her small fingers trace the edges of the picture again and again. Amy places a glass of milk beside her, watching her daughter's eyes, those same eyes that once lit up whenever Ty walked in the room. She misses him every single day. Not the way grown-ups do, with quiet tears and acceptance. She misses him like a child does, loud inside, aching for someone who will never come back. Outside, the sound of an engine pulls up the dirt road. A truck door shuts. Nathan steps out, kind, calm, with a gentle smile. He waves at Amy through the window, unaware of the silence he's walking into. And then came Nathan, a man trying to help rebuild what was broken. Not knowing that some pieces are too sacred to replace, Amy walks out to greet him. They talk about the horses, the new season, the fences that need mending. Small talk, safe, simple, necessary. But through the window, Lyndy watches. Her face is blank, but her heart isn't. She doesn't like him, not because he's unkind, but because he's not Ty. To her, Nathan's presence feels like erasing what little she has left of her father. Her eyes harden, a quiet storm building behind them. She believes that if Nathan stays, Ty's memory might fade. And that's something she can't let happen. The camera follows the horizon again. The sunlight grows stronger, the ranch brighter, but the peace feels thin, ready to break. Amy calls from outside. "Come on, honey. Let's show Nathan around the ranch." Lyndy turns from the window, clutching the photo to her chest. Her voice is small but firm. "I don't want to. Sometimes love doesn't die. It just hides, waiting for someone brave enough to remember it." The screen fades to black. One word appears slowly in white text. "Healing takes time." Soft piano music swells as the wind moves across the fields. The morning sun shines over the Heartland ranch. The fields are golden, the horses run free, and the wind carries a soft hum through the trees. From the outside, everything looks peaceful. But inside that peace, hearts are still trying to find their way. Amy walks through the barn, running her fingers along the old wooden walls. Every mark, every sound reminds her of Ty. The smell of hay, the tools still hanging where he left them, it all feels alive with his memory. She stops beside his old saddle, her hand trembling as she touches it. Sometimes, she pretends he's still here, that he's just outside, brushing the horses or laughing with Jack. But the silence always comes back, sharp and real. She closes her eyes, takes a breath, and wipes a tear before it falls. Outside, Nathan is helping Jack fix a broken fence. His sleeves are rolled up, his hands steady, his smile easy. He talks about new ways to care for the horses, Ideas for rebuilding the stable roof before winter. Jack nods, half listening, half remembering. Nathan means well. He's kind, patient, and careful with his words. But the ranch has ghosts, not the scary kind, but the kind that live in every photograph, every laugh that's no longer heard. He feels it too, the weight of a story he wasn't a part of. From the porch, Lyndy watches them work. Her small hands hold the photo again, but this time she hides it behind her back when she sees Nathan look up. Her eyes follow him with quiet anger, and her lips press together like she's holding back something she doesn't understand yet. Jealousy, confusion, maybe even fear. She turns and runs back inside, her footsteps soft but full of emotion. Amy looks up from the kitchen as Lyndy rushes past her. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" Lyndy shakes her head and whispers, "I don't like him." Amy kneels down beside her, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "He's just trying to help," she says softly. Lyndy's eyes fill with tears. "He's not Daddy." Amy freezes for a second, her breath catching in her throat. The room feels smaller, heavier. She wants to explain that no one can replace Ty, that Nathan isn't here to take his place, but the words don't come. How do you explain loss to a child who's still waiting for her father to come home? Amy hugs her tightly. Lyndy doesn't hug back at first. Then, slowly, her arms wrap around her mother's shoulders. Out in the yard, Nathan looks toward the house, sensing the distance. He sees them through the window, Amy holding her daughter, and he turns away quietly. He knows he doesn't belong in that moment. The sky shifts. The clouds move in. The warm light fades to gray. The guitar in the background fades into a soft piano dot in the distance. We see the mountains, calm and unmoving. Life goes on, even when hearts don't know how. Amy steps outside again after a while, standing alone by the fence. Her voice is quiet, almost a whisper. "Ty, if you're watching, tell me how to do this. Tell me how to help her." The wind picks up, brushing her hair across her face. For a second, she smiles as if she feels something. A presence, a comfort that words can't explain. Back inside, Lyndy sits by the window again, staring at Nathan as he leads a horse across the field. She frowns but doesn't look away. Maybe she's trying to understand him. Maybe she's wondering if she should give him a chance. But her small voice breaks the silence again. "I don't want him here." The screen slowly fades to black. The piano fades out. A faint whisper echoes, one that sounds like Ty's voice, distant, gentle. "Be kind, kiddo." The image returns to Lyndy's face, confused, touched, still angry but softer now. Her eyes glimmer, unsure if she really heard it, or just wished she did. The day begins calm, but it doesn't stay that way for long. Clouds roll across the sky, covering the sun. The ranch feels different today, colder, tense, like even the wind knows something's about to change. Lyndy stands near the barn, brushing her pony, Harley. Her movements are quick, almost angry. The pony snorts softly, sensing her mood. She doesn't say a word, just keeps brushing, harder and harder, until the brush slips from her hand and hits the ground. Nathan steps around the corner, smiling gently. "Hey, need a hand?" She picks up the brush and shakes her head without looking at him. "No." He pauses, trying not to take it personally. "You're doing great with him. You've got a real gift, just like your dad." The word dad freezes the air. Lyndy stops. Her small shoulders tighten. She turns slowly, her eyes sharp and wet. "Don't talk about my dad," she says, her voice breaking. Nathan opens his mouth, but the words don't come. He takes a slow breath. "I didn't mean I said don't," Lyndy shouts, throwing the brush on the ground. Harley steps back nervously, and Lyndy runs toward the house, tears streaking her face. Amy rushes out as soon as she hears her name called. "Lyndy, what happened?" Lyndy pushes past her, slamming the door behind her. Amy turns toward Nathan, her expression mixed with worry and guilt. "She's been having a hard time," Amy says quietly. Nathan nods, lowering his head. "I know. I shouldn't have said anything about Ty." Amy's voice trembles as she answers. "She misses him more than I can explain. Every day feels like a new goodbye for her." They stand there for a moment, the silence heavy. The ranch, usually full of peace, feels like it's holding its breath. Inside, Lyndy sits on her bed, clutching Ty's old photo again. She whispers through her tears. He doesn't know Daddy. He can't talk about him. The camera lingers on her face, red eyes, trembling lips, raw emotion. In that small room, grief feels bigger than the world. Amy knocks gently and walks in. She sits beside her daughter, not saying anything at first. Just silence, the kind that says, I understand. Finally, Amy speaks softly. Sweetheart, Nathan didn't mean to hurt you. He just wanted to make you feel close to your dad again. Lyndy shakes her head, sobbing. He can't. Nobody can. Amy nods, tears in her own eyes now. I know. I miss him too. For a moment, they sit together in quiet pain. Outside, thunder rumbles in the distance. The storm is coming. Cut to the barn. Nathan stands alone, running his hand through his hair. He looks toward Ty's old tools, still hanging neatly in place. His voice is soft, almost a whisper to himself. Ty, I'm not trying to take your place, man. I just want to help them smile again. Lightning flashes. Rain begins to fall, hitting the barn roof in steady beats. The camera pans across the tools, the saddle, the photo on the shelf. Every drop of rain sounds like a memory. Inside the house, Amy tucks Lyndy into bed. The little girl is quiet now, her eyes still wet but calmer. Amy kisses her forehead and whispers, You'll always have your dad in here. Placing her hand over Lyndy's heart. As Amy turns to leave, Lyndy's voice is soft, sleepy. Mommy, do you think Daddy would like Nathan? Amy freezes. The question hits her like lightning. She looks back, her eyes glassy. I think your dad would want us to be happy. Lyndy nods slowly, her eyes closing. The rain outside gets louder, but the room feels safe again, at least for a moment. The shot fades to the window, raindrops racing down the glass. A faint reflection of Ty's photo appears against the lightning. It's as if his spirit still watches over them. Amy walks outside into the rain, lifting her face toward the sky. Her voice cracks softly. I'm trying, Ty. I'm trying so hard. The camera zooms out, showing the whole ranch in the storm, beautiful, broken, alive. Sometimes, love doesn't vanish when someone's gone. It just changes shape, turning into the wind, the rain, and the memories that never leave. Music rises slow. Emotional piano with the sound of thunder fading away. The screen fades to black. Text appears. Every heart holds a storm. But storms bring growth too. The rain continues through the night. The world outside Heartland glows in silver light. Puddles shimmer under the moon. The trees whisper softly. Inside, the house is quiet. Amy stands by the window, her reflection overlapping with Ty's framed photo on the shelf. Her eyes are tired but full of love. In the next room, Lyndy sleeps restlessly. The photo of Ty rests beside her pillow. The thunder outside rolls like a heartbeat. As she dreams, time begins to bend. The sound of rain turns into laughter, warm, deep, familiar. Suddenly, the ranch looks brighter. The colors shift. The sun returns. It's not the present anymore, it's a memory. Ty is there, kneeling beside a little pony, helping a younger Lyndy brush its mane. She's giggling, her cheeks glowing in the sunlight. Amy watches them from the fence, smiling with quiet joy. Ty lifts Lyndy up and twirls her gently in the air. See, kiddo? You and Harley best friends forever. She laughs, her small voice echoing. Promise? Ty grins. Promise. The camera slows. His smile lingers. The golden light wraps around them like a blanket of love. Then the image starts to fade, colors dull, laughter distant until it's gone. Back in the present, Lyndy wakes up. Tears slide down her cheeks before she even opens her eyes. She reaches out for the space beside her, whispering softly, Daddy, but there's only air, only silence. She pulls the photo close and curls into it like it could keep her warm. In the hallway, Amy stands outside her door, listening. She wants to go in to comfort her, but she knows some pain can't be fixed with words. The rain slows. The night feels heavy with memories. Amy looks out the window again, and for just a second, just one heartbeat, she swears she sees Ty's shadow standing by the barn. Not haunting, not sad, just watching. A tear slips down her cheek, but this time it comes with a faint smile. Maybe it's just her imagination. Maybe not. Because some love doesn't leave when a person does. It stays in the air, in the horse's breath, in the morning sun. It stays in the little girl who still believes her father is just a dream away. The camera pans across the ranch, the dark sky slowly lightening with dawn. The storm has passed, but something feels different now. Softer, brighter. Text fades onto the screen. Love never dies. It just changes form. The storm has passed. The ground is still wet, the air cool and clear. Birds sing softly in the trees, and the first light of morning touches the fields like gold. Everything feels still, like the world has taken a deep breath and finally exhaled. Amy stands by the fence with Lyndy beside her. They watch the horses run through the open field, their hooves splashing water into the air. The sky is wide again, blue and endless. Lyndy's hand is still wrapped around her mother's. She looks calmer now, tired, but lighter. Amy glances down and smiles gently. "You know something?" she says softly. "Your dad used to say the ranch always heals people. You just have to give it time." Lyndy looks up, eyes shining faintly in the sunlight. "You think it can heal me too?" Amy nods. "It already is." They stand together in silence, the wind brushing their hair, the horses galloping in rhythm with the soft music in the background. For the first time in a long while, the pain doesn't feel so heavy. It feels like it's finally turning into something else, something peaceful. A few feet away, Nathan repairs the fence quietly. He glances toward them but doesn't interrupt. His movements are steady, patient. There's respect in his distance and care in his presence. Jack walks up beside him, leaning on the fence post. "You handled that storm well," he says, voice rough but kind. Nathan smiles faintly. "I wasn't sure if I should stay." Jack nods. "Around here, you don't walk away from storms. You ride 'em out." They both look toward Amy and Lyndy in the field. The little girl is now laughing, really laughing for the first time since Ty's been gone. Harley nudges her shoulder playfully, and she giggles, wrapping her arms around his neck. Amy watches her daughter with quiet pride. A single tear slipping down her cheek, not from sadness, but relief. Nathan steps closer slowly, careful not to intrude. Amy looks over her shoulder and meets his eyes. There's no awkwardness this time. No tension, just a small, soft smile. The kind that says thank you. And I understand. The music swells gently, piano and strings building together with the sound of the wind through the grass. Lyndy runs toward them, her boots splashing through the puddles. She stops in front of Nathan, shy but brave. "I'm sorry," she says quietly, "for yelling." Nathan kneels down so he's at her eye level. His voice is gentle. "You don't have to be sorry, Lyndy. You loved your dad. That's a good thing." She nods, holding out the photo she had once protected so fiercely. "He would have liked you," she whispers. Nathan's eyes soften. He takes a small breath, smiling. "I hope so." Amy watches, her heart full of love, of loss, of everything in between. She places her hand on Lyndy's shoulder, and for the first time, all three stand together without the weight of grief pressing between them. The camera pulls back, wide shot of the Heartland ranch glowing under the sun. Horses running, the wind moving through the fields, mountains standing strong in the distance. The narrator's voice fades in, soft and warm. Here in morning comes again. The rain has left everything shining, wet wood, muddy paths, mist over the fields. The air smells like hope and heartbreak. Amy stands outside the barn, brushing her horse. Nathan approaches quietly, holding a cup of coffee for her. She takes it with a small smile. "Thanks," she says softly. He nods, unsure what to say next. The silence between them is gentle, but full of things left unsaid. "I didn't mean to make things harder yesterday," Nathan says finally. I want to be part of this place. Help if I can." Amy looks down, turning the cup in her hands. "It's not you, Nathan. It's the memories. Everything here still belongs to him in some way. Even the silence." Nathan nods again. "I understand." But inside, he doesn't fully. He feels like a stranger in someone else's story, a chapter that doesn't quite fit. From the porch, Lyndy watches them talk. Her little face twists, not angry now, but worried. Maybe she's scared that her mom is forgetting her dad. She runs off the porch, the photo still clutched in her hand. "Mom," she cries out, voice trembling. "Why are you smiling with him?" Amy turns, startled. Lyndy, wait, but the child's pain spills out faster than words. You used to smile like that with Daddy. The ranch goes silent. Even the birds stop for a second. Amy kneels down, trying to reach her, but Lyndy steps back, shaking her head. I don't want him here, she screams, her voice echoing through the field. I don't want anyone here. And before Amy can stop her, Lyndy turns and runs toward the open field, her boots splashing through puddles, her cries fading in the wind. Amy drops the cup, panic in her voice. Lyndy, Lyndy, stop! Nathan starts running too, calling her name. The camera follows from above, two adults chasing a small figure through the golden grass and muddy earth. The music rises tense. Heartbreaking, Lyndy runs until her legs give out. She stops near the edge of the field, out of breath, her photo of Ty falling into the wet ground. She drops to her knees, crying. Amy reaches her first, pulling her close, holding her as tightly as she can. It's okay, baby. I've got you. I've got you. Nathan stops a few feet away, chest heaving. He doesn't move closer. He knows this isn't his moment. He just stands there, watching, the rain from earlier still dripping from the leaves above him. Amy whispers softly, We'll never forget him, Lyndy. I promise. But we have to keep living too. Lyndy sobs into her shoulder, unable to speak. The photo lies in the mud beside them. Nathan kneels slowly, picking it up with care. He wipes the dirt off and hands it back to Amy without a word. Amy looks up at him, tired, grateful, understanding. The music softens. The camera pulls back, showing the three of them together under the pale morning light, broken, but still standing. In the distance, the clouds finally part, and sunlight touches the ranch again. A final line fades in across the screen. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means finding peace in the pieces left behind. Soft piano and violin swell as the Heartland logo fades in. Heartland Season 19.